The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're planning on buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here at the Real Estate House Party.
Hi.
2019, I'm coming in a little bit quieter.
Listen, it's Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, it's the New Year.
Yeah.
You guys came in on the New Year's
Of course.
New Year's Day. That's so
Sure.
nice.
Sure, everybody, stop nursing your hangover and get in front
Right.
of this
And
podcast.
we're all chipper.
We're all
Yes.
chippy. You had a
Yeah.
good show last night.
Yeah,
You
it's
knocked
great.
it right out of the park.
Sky Restaurant down
Yeah.
in Norwood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
You're a nice
great.
crowd.
They're very nice.
Nice
Did you get
crowd.
any Chinese
festive.
food?
Very festive.
Very
Chinese
festive.
food?
No, not at Sky. They're upper crust.
Oh, I was thinking of like China. I don't know what I was
Yeah,
thinking
no.
of. China Sky.
Whatever you were thinking, it's not that.
That wasn't on your notes?
No,
No.
no. Sorry. Everyone gets Chinese food on. Oh, is that Christmas Eve?
No, that's
No,
New
that's
Year's
New
Eve.
Year's Eve.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I was thinking of it. It was like word association.
Yeah.
This is what we have to debate on
No.
New Year's Eve, what to eat.
Listen, I like the word association that you got going on for
We
today.
got a lot of association.
Yeah.
We do. I think we're going to be very positive
So-
in 2019.
We're going to set some goals
We're going to talk about goals.
in our New Year's 2019 resolutions.
Absolutely.
And
Should I have not come today?
You don't have goals?
None.
I wanna
you're
hear-
with us on these goals.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't have.
They're
Now, when
hidden.
you started
To
out,
take another breath. That's my goal.
Well, your goal is to stand up for 40 minutes a week.
At
Right?
least.
Yeah.
Sure.
now, did
Yeah.
you have goals when you first started out? Did you say, I want to be
Yes.
the number one comedian in the Boston area? Or New
No, I
England?
just wanted, my goal when I started was to just be a working comedian. That's,
Okay.
that's really
And get
what I
paid
want.
for
Get
your
paid
talent.
and have that be my only job.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And
Yeah.
so far, it's worked out pretty good for you.
And then what were some of
Yeah.
your other goals after that?
Well, then it was, TV and
Yeah.
then, movies and.
So
and
you're
stuff
hitting
like-
all your goals.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to hit them bigger, but,
Yeah.
but
Did you write them down?
no.
Because Rick thinks we should write down our
don't-
You
goals.
got to write them down. There's a percentage of people that write them down do that much better. So today,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then I just have to add myself to the list of people I disappoint. This way, I just keep it,
Yeah, you keep
It's
them
just out there.
guessing,
Yeah.
right? Keep them guessing.
Yeah.
Well, we think 2019 is going to be good. We talked about that on a show probably a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
With,
Rick.
Well, if you
Rick Nazaro.
I couldn't remember. It was,
My
it was a
goal this
while
year
ago.
is to not smell like fried food.
Write that down here.
I'll
Give him a
write it
piece
down.
of paper.
Yeah.
Write
All right.
it down.
I almost made it this year, but sometime in May I found a fried clam in my pocket.
Where did it come from?
I have no idea.
That
It's
might
like the
be enough-
It's like the sushi
Like
on
the
my
sushi,
roof. It's
right.
just
That might be another goal.
gift.
To remember what you did the night before.
before how that fried clam got in my pocket.
Just you're
Is
writing
that a
these
fried
down?
clam in your pocket? You're just happy to see me.
So we're going to talk about goals today. We got
Yes.
a lot of people to thank for the previous year. One we're going to thank is Ed Sullivan right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, he's the best.
He's
Absolutely.
We're actually
he's
going to have him on our show in 2000. That's going to be one of our goals.
I don't
is to
see why-
have.
You know
Why
what
he-
we could do? We could make that the bald guy, Jonathan.
Yeah, give him
We'll
his
make
job
run the
back.
board
Yeah, and we'd love to
He's
have
gone.
you.
I don't even remember
It'd
that
be
guy's
fun.
name. He was
Yeah,
our first
let's
producer.
do that. So I'm going to write that down.
Because mostly I just giggle in the corner right now.
You know, I got to tell you,
Sullivan.
we went to management and said, this living legend, Jonathan, is not cutting it. Can you
So
give
there's
us some
my-
a little bit more prolific?
I like that.
I wrote it down.
All right.
Ed Sullivan on our show.
All right, so you wrote that down.
All right, I'm going to see how this works out.
Okay.
You know, as far as the writing down, does it really happen?
It does happen.
Right,
It,
so
it will happen. All right.
I think
All
when
right.
you see it, like, you know what some people say with, like, when you're on a diet, if you take and you're having a hard time, like say you plateau or you're having a hard time continuing on the diet journey, they say to take a picture of yourself and put it somewhere that you could see yourself every day. That way, like when you walk by the refrigerator and you're like, oh, I'm so fat. Like it kind of motivates you. It's a visual that you have in
Okay.
your head.
Okay.
Are you going to try that?
Yeah, I'm going to try that. Why, you saying I should take a picture of myself right now?
No,
She's saying
I'm not
fat?
saying that.
No.
I didn't say you were fat. I'm just saying if somebody was on a diet, like
I know, but
trying to
you
stay.
were staring at me like, okay.
I'm always staring at you.
And with the stainless steel fridges, you can kind of see I'm fat.
Right. Well, I know I have mirrors in my house that reaffirm that every single time I walk by.
Still have
So
those
it's
ceiling
not,
mirrors. It's New Year's Eve.
say you're
That's
joking.
when
New
you
Year's
really-
Day. New Year's
New
Day.
Year's Day, I know. So we got to talk about goals. We do have to thank a lot of people, I would imagine. We had a few people on this year.
Oh, so that brings us to our gratitude journal.
Oh, we got a
We
gratitude.
have a gratitude journal
You were
now?
laughing about this. All right. Should we just throw these off quickly? About 4 or 5 things
Yeah,
that we
go
should
ahead.
do?
Yep.
One is this year, and this because we always are trying to coach younger people coming up through the ranks. And one of the first things they always say is find a mentor.
Yeah, that's very
No,
important.
that's actually very important.
I mean, people like my husband in the industry, his boss,
Yeah.
Bob Shaw, is a mentor to him, and he's getting ready to retire. And I said,
Yeah.
what in the heck is Stu going to do without you? And he said, Stu's a big wig now. He's
30
on
years.
his
He
30
should be
years.
He knows
He's
what he's
on
doing.
his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he knows what he's doing.
Time to fly.
Yeah, so,
Stu's going to mentor Ryan Carter, I think.
and then I feel like Stu Holtshouser is helping Ryan out
That's
in
right.
the industry
That's
and
right.
in more ways. Ryan doesn't know this yet.
Oh, no.
So Ryan, yeah, be prepared. Stu has a special Christmas present.
Who was
or
your mentor?
Late Christmas present for
Leanne
you.
Cristaldi.
Leanne and Mindy Horgan, Henry and Jeff Curtis. They kind of set me on my path.
And then she came to Carter Law Office.
And my head has been spinning ever since.
No better place to find mentors than Carter Law.
I
Oh, my
appreciate
goodness.
you
There's a whole
saying that.
room full of
Yeah.
mentors.
No, you know, like when you work in the team approach like we do, like we bounce stuff off each other
Yep.
all
Yep.
day long.
Yep.
And that's kind of mentoring too. I say, well, what about this? I should
it's
know
true.
it, but I can't remember every detail in the whole industry
Right.
all the time. So sometimes I'm unsure of an answer, or Rick
Right.
comes to me and says, well, what do you think
Right.
about this? So we kind of put our heads together and
That's why
kind
the
of each
Beatles
other's.
were the Beatles when they're all together, independently. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe weren't the geniuses that they appeared to be in.
Well,
in
you saw their strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
Right.
So what you're
You know
saying,
what I
if
mean?
we're
That-
all working together.
Yeah,
Right.
like me and Ronell sit
team.
near each other in the
Yeah.
office, and we bounce back all day long. What does this lender expect? Da-da-da-da,
Right, right.
details about different. She remembers things that I don't remember, and I remember things that she doesn't remember. And she always goes, "I'm going to take a page out of your book." I
Right.
love that saying, Ronell, by the way. So she I say, "Oh, this lender is easy to do this," and then she remembers that, and
What do you say about the Beatles?
Well, that's how you can tell the world is unfair.
why?
We're left with the two shitty Beatles.
If I don't have to hear that Paul McCartney Christmas song one more
thank
time.
God it's
I
over
like
as of
Paul
today.
McCartney.
I
though.
love Paul
Simply
McCartney.
having a wonderful Christmas.
No, I
One of
just
the
like
worst
Paul
songs
McCartney.
ever read.
I'd rather
Written.
put a birdcage full of rats on my hat.
Well, don't worry, it's over. The season's
Yeah.
over. So
Oh, my God.
until next year,
Oh, my God. No wonder why John hated him.
I like Paul McCartney. We saw him way
No,
back
he's great.
at
I'm
the
not saying
at the garden.
Look, he's a Beatle, and you can't take that away from him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Oh, they just
I know
had
he does have some crazy songs.
Ebony and Ivory.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Please.
you're right. You're right. You're
Set
right.
back race relations.
He did tell my son he loved him.
Oh,
How many people can say that?
not
Sir,
a whole lot.
Sir Paul McCartney
Yeah.
at Fenway
He
Park.
did that at Fenway Park.
Ryan
Wow.
Carter yells out, "I love you, Paul." And Paul yells right back, "I love you too."
Wow. that's-
There you go. We're
there
trying.
you
We're
go.
trying to get. Maybe our prolific producer Ed Sullivan can figure out how to get tape on that.
Wow.
All right, so
that is
find
right.
a mentor.
Find a mentor is the one.
Paul
one of the first ones.
McCartney, preferably.
I
So
love
the
that,
second
Paul.
thing we decided to do on
We gotta set
New Year's
goals.
Day, we're going to set goals. The first one was to have Ed Sullivan on our show in 2019.
Now, how
I
do we
have a
set
couple.
goals?
We write them down.
We write them down. What does smart mean? What is smart? I think that's how we're supposed to.
Oh, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do this.
Smart
you-
as like the word or an acronym for something?
Both.
So
It's an
smart
acronym for.
Or
setting goals.
Yep. You got to be specific on those goals.
Yep, simple, sensible, significant.
that's the
Specific.
yes.
Yeah, and yours is simple.
Just simple.
Yeah.
Just simple.
Well, it's like the clam, in your
Yeah.
pocket.
Keep your goals in sight. That's what I would
You're
say.
hitting number one on all
Right.
cylinders.
Right.
It's simple.
Measurable,
Okay, so what do we mean by that?
meaningful, and motivating.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
So
that.
motivating is I'm going to, lose 10 pounds, okay?
Right.
You know this. You've been down this diet path or different
times.
way
So
of
you had no
life.
goals when you were doing your diet. You
None.
just said,
Still don't.
You just,
A lot of people that do lose, I always go back to losing weight because it's a goal. It's a
Right.
measurable goal.
but you had, it was
I had
quantifiable.
a goal. It was
he
quantifiable.
just does it.
I said I'm
He's
gonna,
an outlier.
Right. You just.
Oh, those words should be written in stone. I'm an outlier. Oh yeah. If
But
I'm gonna
most
write
people
something down,
set,
yeah.
I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or
You
I'm
didn't
going to
write
weigh
that down ever.
140.
No. Okay.
And I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this, but this is my
You're
goal.
just like a maverick.
Yeah.
And you lost how many pounds last year?
60.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
With no goals.
I'm assuming 60 because I don't step on a scale,
Right.
but that's
But
what I,
your clothes are telling you it's probably
Yes.
about 60.
About 60, and that's what other people tell me.
All right.
I love it when people come up to me and go, "Hey, you look like you lost weight." I go, "Yes, because I did." There's no look. It's not smoke and mirrors. I did.
Well, it's not a mirage?
No. it's not a mirage.
Isn't it so funny when
Maybe
they
you need
think
new
you're
glasses.
sick?
Yeah.
They're like,
people
are you
do.
okay?
Are you okay?
Oh, I had that diet before,
No,
too.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
calling my office going, does Rick Carter have cancer? I'm like, no, he's on a diet. He doesn't
Lose
eat
weight.
3 Musketeer bars anymore.
I know.
All
Next
right.
one. Achievable.
Achievable. So you don't want to say, I know a lot of people say, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week for the rest of my life.
Oh,
Does that sound reasonable to you?
that sounds painful.
It sounds like you're setting yourself
Yeah.
up for failure right
That's
from the
what happens
get-go.
with the
So,
goal.
You should qualify. Have you been 7 times in your lifetime?
Oh,
yeah.
close. Yeah.
But so, like, if you say I'm going to go to the gym 4 times a week,
Right.
it's more
More doable.
attainable.
Attainable.
Right. Which
Sure.
relates to the next one, which is relevant /
Sure.
reasonable.
I'm gonna think
Reasonable.
the word gym 6 times this week. There's my goal. Just gonna think the word.
But the thing is, if you say I'm going to go 4 times, you wrote it down,
Right.
and it's a goal. I think that if you have it written down and it's going to be your goal and it's reasonable and attainable, then you're probably not going to break that goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to let yourself down. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because you just made that promise to yourself, or you
Right.
just made that goal for yourself. So it's just you. You're not trying to show off in front of anybody.
And the last part of that is a time frame involved, right? You can't have, I'm going to go to the gym 6 times in 10 years, right? You got to have a reasonable.
Yeah, that's a silly goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Like this sounds like my vacation goals
Oh,
for this
there we go.
year.
This is where we're.
yeah.
This is where we're
Those,
headed.
you want to write those down.
I have them all written down.
Because you need to know where you're
'Cause
going.
remember, we have the calendar.
Yeah, sure. You can't just get on a plane and end up somewhere.
Yeah.
You gotta have a destination. in
Right.
mind.
All right, so you have to have it time bound. So you have to
Yeah.
realistic time bound, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that's our goal. And they do say statistically, all the greats,
Who is this
other,
thing?
other than Tony V,
Yeah.
have written down their goals and they have achieved it. And
So to how to use this, what
Yeah.
we've just talked about,
Yeah.
smart. It's spelled smart, right?
right, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you want to accomplish? Let's go back to the diet. I want to lose 20
Excellent.
pounds, or I want to be healthier, or I want to run a road race, or right?
Do you want to accomplish anything this year?
I'd like to not fit through a door sideways.
Okay.
How's
Well,
that?
You're
you're
almost
already
there.
there.
No, I'm already there.
You're already there.
What do you want to accomplish this year?
I don't know yet because I
All right.
haven't. It's
All right.
only New
Yeah.
Year's Day.
We got 15 more minutes.
You know,
Yeah.
actually,
You should have thought of this well before
on
now.
on the surface, I would like to go into every day and treat it as a gift to us. Like instead of oh, I got to go to work.
Well, I like
I'm
that.
excited to go to work. I'm happy that I woke up. Just kind of appreciative and positive. That's kind of what I'm
Wow.
setting out to do.
Wow, I think you want to talk
How
some
long do you
psychology.
think that's gonna last?
I have no idea. I could say I'm
Wow.
going to the gym 7
Yeah.
days a week, and that's probably going to be a better
About the same. Right.
a better bet than no. But I think
I'm
that
gonna open a gym.
you should.
That's what I think my new goal is, because people sign up and don't go. It's
I know.
a cash
I know,
cow.
you're right.
I saw a stat. You know how leading up to New Year's Day, where everyone makes their goals, lofty as they may be, like
Yes,
mine.
Yes.
I think that most people break. Like if I say I'm going to go to the gym, sign up for a gym class, only 10% stick with the goal throughout in a
Oh,
year.
I'll bet.
10%.
I think that's high.
And they're locked into like a monthly fee.
Of
And you know how
course.
much money those gyms are making?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That no one shows up at?
No one. Yeah.
Oh, my mother was paying on that after she died, and I'm not exact. I think
She was paying for a gym after she died?
They keep getting you,
Wow.
They keep charging
Right.
you, I'm exaggerating a tad, but
Right, but I understand
But
your
she
point.
wasn't going to the gym for the past 7 years, and she
was still on
paying.
the hook
More
for
than
it.
that.
Yeah, more than that.
Well,
Yeah.
because you think you're going to go.
Yeah.
You think you're going to go. Every day I wake up,
But they keep to
the gym, and I don't go anywhere.
Right.
Right.
I had this horror story.
I happen to like the gym, so
You
go to the
like
kind
it.
of
you get your money.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I mean, that might be a
it's
goal
kind
to
of
get to
my
the gym some.
getaway. It's
Yeah.
my excuse for something that I don't want to do. It's
How do you
I got to
fit
go to
that
the
in
gym.
between vacationing?
That's the problem. That runs into a
It
problem.
does. Now they conflict.
Her ultimate vacation is she can work out during the vacation.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
I
gotta
walk.
say that.
I walk a lot.
I
Yeah.
do that when I go to the Aruba and stuff. Like I walk the beach every morning.
Oh, you do?
Every day.
Well, they have
really?
that nice
Okay.
boardwalk right
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
on that.
You
Is it
can walk-
Eagle Beach that
yeah,
you're on?
you can go-
and you can go to all the hotel. Like you can
Yeah.
see all the timeshares in the
Yep.
hotels.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to Aruba.
You should go.
You don't need an assistant at all?
Yeah, I could use one. Sure.
You need a vacation, right?
I need a vacation.
That should be one of your goals.
Can I tell you a timeshare story with one of our buyers? Well, actually, I was representing the seller. This happened a month or two ago. The buyer went down to Florida. You know how they get you to do those timeshare 6 hours of interrogation until you sign up?
Yeah.
This guy didn't know he signed up.
How did he not know?
He
that?
didn't know. I'm just going by what he said.
He didn't know he signed
He
up.
didn't know
And
he signed
his
up.
goal should be he should read things
Okay,
and
he
listen
should probably
more
call
carefully.
Cottle.
So he
Our
just
office.
signed a piece of paper.
Signed a piece of
Give me a
paper.
break. How did he not know?
All right,
Getting
we're
a
not
microwave.
critiquing
So you
his
have a
intelligence.
stupid client.
That's yes.
Oh, did I just say that?
Write that down as a goal.
How did
no
he
more
not
the S
know?
word. Anyway, you're missing the point.
No, I'm not.
That yes, he was a little bit slow. He should have probably read it, but then he couldn't qualify for a loan because 5 minutes later, he didn't make 3 or 4 timeshare payments.
Of course he didn't because he didn't know he signed up for it.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what happens then?
He didn't get qualified for
His
his loan.
credit is ruined.
Oh, I
Credit
see.
is
So
ruined.
he went to buy something else.
Yes,
And
he bu-
because he didn't pay for the
Timeshare
timeshare
that he didn't know.
know
Looks like
he
he hasn't
had.
paid four timeshare payments. Yep.
Yeah, that guy's goal should be pay attention to stuff.
Yeah, that's what I
Those
said.
similar ideas.
No, don't be so
Don't
stupid.
be so stupid.
Yeah, that
that's
is-
just
I
a,
should-
that's a more positive way of saying stupid. Is you should pay attention more. Right.
All right, let's talk about positive. Do we have any stats
Well,
on
listen,
that?
I actually think positive attracts positive.
I think you're
And
right.
I think positive attracts like creativity, and positive
I think
attracts
so.
other people that
You
want to
live
get
longer. You have better health.
Yeah, and I'm not even reading the notes. I just think
I'm
that
not
like,
either. I'm just remembering
Sure.
this because I don't see it
you
anywhere in our
reap what you
notes.
sow. So if I come slamming in here and I say, "What's up, Tony?"
Yeah, no.
You'd be
that
like,
does- yeah.
"Yeah, what's up, Kathy?"
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. So you
Right,
give back
I
to me
give
what
back
I'm
the
giving to
energy.
you.
So let's give a more realistic example. If
Right.
you came to work like that, which you never would do that.
I try not to.
You- well, no,
most
no.
days I try not to be grumpy at work.
So if you come in saying this day is going to be lousy, it's probably going to be lousy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Self-fulfilling
Yeah, but if you
prophecy.
get up
Sure.
and you have a headache, you're like, well, maybe I'll take 2 Advil
Sure.
and see how my day goes. My mother always made us get out of bed and go to school.
Yeah, you got to go.
Because if you laying in bed and you decide,
You make
I
yourself
don't feel
miserable."
good,
Right.
have you ever called in sick somewhere and then you got sick?
You've
That-
done that.
It happened to me. I was a waitress, and it was a Sunday night, and I didn't feel like going in. I was young. I was, 22
Yeah.
or 23.
Full Carter Law Office. You wouldn't do that at Carter Law Office.
No, I've never. How
Right.
many times have I been out sick? To have
know.
3 children, and that was it.
Well, you'd have to go to work to get out, right?
Right.
You'd have to be at work in order not to go to work.
Well, I called and I said I can't be sick. I can't come in tonight.
Be sick.
I'm sick.
Right.
They said, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" I said, "I
Your
have a stomach.
illustration is not going. I understand. Yeah.
I have a stomach ache." And they say, "Okay." The next day, I woke up
With an actual stomach ache.
throwing up. Yep. So I made myself sick. So
Yeah.
I've never called in sick unless it was
Yeah,
real.
that's the dead grandmother excuse in college.
And then your grandmother drops dead.
Dead, and
She
you
And
had
it's all your
had
fault?
Four or five grandmothers
Feel
die
awful.
one summer.
Sure.
Stop it! I wasn't even allowed to go to my grandmother's funeral because it was too busy at work.
Oh,
Do you want to go there?
Harboring
Really?
some issues.
Wow.
No, I went.
That wasn't your
Barely.
grandmother. That was your cat.
That's
No, that was
harsh.
my grandmother. Stop it.
harsh.
That was how many years ago was that?
A long time ago.
So-
Yeah,
long.
this all is summed up in the saying, you plant corn, you get corn.
Yeah, you reap what you sow.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good one.
We should get some money for that. We should leave that up front. And every time Tony V or Kathy H throws out a pearl of wisdom, they should be able to drop
Well, there should be a lot of money in there already.
Right. My brim is overflowing.
Speaking of a lot of money, we got to thank all the sponsors. We'll get back to it, too. You keep reading.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to thank all our sponsors this year. All right, so
Okay,
next
so
item.
I'm going to read. So when you say achievable, it can't be like I want to fly to the moon. This is going to be my goal to get to the moon.
unless you're in NASA.
Give me a break. I'm talking about us three.
But I do want to fly to the moon.
Okay. Don't put that as your goal 2019. Maybe.
Listen, I have a standing, order with my family that, if some secret government agency came to me and go, look, we're trying to colonize Mars. You got nothing going on. You want to go to space, you're going to die there, but you got to leave everything behind. See you later.
Wow.
Weren't you going to join Space Force?
I thought I was going to join Space Force.
Well, you had me until you said you're going to die. Like I was going to say, can we come?
Well, you're
but then when
going
you say,
to space. What do you think's going to happen up there?
So that's your goal? That's being positive for the year? I guess.
Then if I was offered to go to space, I'd go.
All right.
well, we'd miss you.
You wouldn't miss anything around the Boston area.
No, but you would keep in your head that he's doing what he wants to do.
Okay.
So, if you could leave like your hats and all your little props so that we could give them out to everyone.
Sure. You can have anything.
Because that was a great idea.
If I go to space, take anything of mine you want.
All right.
Tony, do you have the actual umbrella?
I have the umbrella from Seinfeld.
You do?
Oh, I got dibs on that.
Yeah, you can have that. Yeah.
That's sad. People putting those little tickers, tape things on your
While
items.
you're still alive. This one's going to be mine.
That's good, though.
Here's another standing order I have about that.
Yeah.
When people die, all of a sudden they're nice people. Everyone comes out of the woodwork. Oh, I love the guy. If you got something nice to say to me, say it to my face.
Right.
Don't wait till I die.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
Well, Tony, I think you're very funny.
Thanks. See, that's all it takes.
Although,
And you know how I want to die?
How?
Like a mouse. Because people always go, when you face death, you're going to face it like a man or a mouse.
Yeah.
And I finally decided I'm going like a mouse.
You're going out as a mouse.
Yeah, because when you think
You're gonna
about
get your head snapped off.
that's what I'm saying. Their last thought, generally speaking, is, peanut butter.
Okay.
That is not a bad way to show up at the pearly gates.
Where did you think that was headed?
I know where I was
Hey,
headed.
what was your last thought before you died? Peanut butter. Come on in. We got chunky and smooth. I think you're going to like it here.
You're going to have to put these down because this is our first show of the year.
Yes, we don't want to forget this next year when we do the wrap-up.
Right,
'Cause that was the
exactly.
first
We didn't
pearl
quite
of
do as
wisdom.
much of a wrap-up as we wanted
when
to.
Rick comes on and says, Kathy is a raging lunatic. She didn't bring any positivity, any creativity.
Yes. No,
What
you
was the other
promised for
thing?
2019.
What was the other thing I was going to do?
Optimism.
Optimism. She was just a downer for the entire year.
That's impossible.
I know. I'm going to try my hardest.
You have a glow about you always.
Not always.
Your aura. I didn't say you had a glow on. I said you had a glow about you.
I'm starting to get that chest pain again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you feeling okay?
Yes,
All
I am.
this nice talk is stressed out, Rick.
So, 2019, you're saying optimism breeds optimism.
I actually think that. And then, like, when you call someone up on the phone, we still have a couple minutes, right?
Yes, we do.
So I'll call someone and I say, hi, this is Kathy at Carter Law Office. How are you today?
Yeah.
Some people are so taken aback by that, they go, good.
Yeah, you told them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm calling about, what can I do for you?
You know what I got to stop doing? I'll call places, and I just do it as an introduction. Hi, this is Rick Carter. I'm an attorney here in Reading. There's silence.
Right.
They think I'm going to serve them or something like that.
Sue 'em or
You know an
something.
expression I'm going to use this year more, and a lot of people use it. I'm going to use it more. No worries. No worries. I like that.
I say no worries a lot.
Do you? I like
A
that
lot.
expression.
Yeah.
Do we have any expressions we want to get rid of? I think I have a couple.
I had one the other day and I can't think of what it was.
I don't want to. Yeah.
I have
Of course.
I have friends who own
Whatever.
I have friends who own a moving company.
Yeah.
When you call their phone, they answer, "Hi, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
How can we help you lessen your stress today?"
That's
Oh,
nice.
I like that.
Every phone is answered.
No, that's a great idea.
So when I was in a really bad mood and I was like in the office by myself and I was like really aggravated, the phone would ring and I'd go, "Good afternoon, Carter Law Office." Or it's a great day here at Carter Law Office, because I'm doing it so that I could somehow get in a better mood.
Right.
And
Well, it's almost like a game.
And then they're laughing on the other line.
yeah.
And is it really a great day at Carter Law Office?
Now we have one banker that calls all the time, and he prefaces
single
his phone
time.
call. Is it a great day at Carter Law Office?
And I say, "You tell me. What are you calling about? You tell me."
You're going to determine this.
All right, so what other expressions do we want to get out of it?
You know what I don't like is, and I might be in the minority on this one, but like you go to like anywhere and a young person is working, and I have young people, children,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
millennials.
Millennials.
And I say, "Well, thank you very much," and they say, "Of course."
Yeah.
Like why not?
yeah.
Why, you're
No,
welcome.
that's a good point.
I hate that. Of course.
Yeah.
But then like
No, that's
my
a good
kids are
point.
like, "What's wrong with them, Mom?" And I'm like, I can't pinpoint it.
It just means something different to them.
No,
They just-
that's a
what
good
I
point.
mean?
When I go to a place and I buy something, and I try to be polite, and I say thank you. And then you're welcome. Well, why don't you thank me too? I'm
Thank you. I
giving you
just
money.
purchased,
I just
right.
purchased something. I'm one of these people that are keeping your job alive here.
Right,
But
right.
you're
So-
making it sound like you're doing me a favor.
Of course.
This is all going to last as long as it takes us to get into traffic, and then it's all going out the window.
Well, right. Like
Then
I almost
fingers
got
are
hit
gonna
by
be
the car.
flying.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I almost got hit by the car
Yeah.
at Target.
Yeah.
And,
Should
we-
my
we tell-
positivity went right
Should
out
we
the
tell
window.
Tony about the girl that cut me off that time, and I finally got up beside her?
You could say it.
This
This is one of my favorite stories.
So this 21-year-old just kept cutting me off,
Right.
like it was my fault, because I was also on the same road as her or
Sure.
something like that.
How dare you
So
wanna be
she
in front
finally
of her.
pulls down, and I get beside her, and I roll down the window, and she rolls down her window, and she flips me the bird.
Oh,
So I say to her, I didn't scream at her. I said, "You look like a slut when you do that." And it was almost like I put a
yeah, you
bullet
tased
in
her.
her.
You
I
tased
tased her.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
could not
She
talk.
had-
What? I
Because
said,
most people expect like the
Me
finger
screaming
back or
right,
like
screaming
whatever.
back and flipping the bird. I said, "You really look like a slut when you do that."
you haven't lived until you blow a guy in a.
Wait.
Whoa.
Let me finish that. Maybe I should rephrase that.
Maybe you
Blow
should.
a kiss to a guy in a pickup.
Oh
truck.
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
Blow
Thank
a
you.
kiss.
I am not sure where you were headed with that. I'm not sure if you needed the ride to the Cape.
Ed Sullivan and Rick are on the edge of their seat, going, "Wait a minute, what are we supposed to be doing?"
They were just.
All right, let's back up. What's the real sentence? What were you saying? You don't. You blew a kiss to what?
That's what I do. If someone is
Blow a
being
kiss.
Oh,
aggressive,
yes,
especially
yes.
if a guy in a pickup truck, with the mud flaps and all deal.
Yeah.
I just go. I give him a little kiss,
That's
and you just see red. You just.
Well, I saw something. Psychology is an interesting
It is.
subject.
Thank
And
God
thank God I didn't study
Thank
it in
God,
college,
yes.
because I would have
Yes.
been forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
But
Yes.
like if you get into an argument with somebody and then if they're not yelling, but then you start yelling.
Right.
There's a different interpretation of like, why is that person yelling? Like
Right.
to get their point across, because they're defensive. There's a million reasons why
Of
you're going to
course.
start screaming at
Yeah.
somebody that's not screaming
Usually
back.
it's a deflect.
Right.
You're deflecting what the real issue is.
But you wonder. I don't know. It's just
maybe we should have we don't have time today, but we should have a whole half hour on negotiations and yelling and how people perceive each other.
Well, you
and how-
would do a great job at that, because you, even in the height of craziness in our office at times, Rick always stays pretty calm, like almost like without a pulse calm.
He's
and it's
very
like,
calm.
why isn't he as revved up about that
yeah.
as I am? So maybe I'm trying to make him revved up, and I don't even know it, but I want him to be just as incensed as I
Right.
am, or jump into action
But you think clearer when
I'm
you don't.
jumping into action, but a different way.
in a different way. I'm like, why don't you just tell him this?
in
And
a
he-
positive manner.
Right. Like, so I'm yelling, like, why aren't you doing it the way I think you should
Right.
be doing it, direct or whatever? But he just has a nice soothing way about him, and that's why he's
Very
a
good.
good attorney.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to just sit in the office and,
And be quiet.
Don't see the public.
Actually, yelling can be a great strategy. You just can't get angry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good
right,
point. Yeah.
right.
Depending on who you're dealing with, sometimes it's effective for communication.
Yes.
They do have, and I think we even have in the Harvard Business School came up with this, where it's not really me being a tough guy, all right, I'm going to out-yell you.
You never do that.
I never do that, and
until someone backs you into a corner.
Right, then I'm...
Just
flailing.
when you put him over the edge,
You're taking Tony V's $40.
Right.
Oh,
boy. No,
boy. But they say if you're friendly and they get along with you, you seem to get a little bit more in the negotiations.
Right. So if you want someone to
do that too. You're making it sound
I would say, "Oh, you're the best. Thank you very much." And but that goes a long way.
Yeah.
If you want someone,
she doesn't know we're on the other side of the room, and she's only told 42 people, "You're the best."
You're the best.
Now you tell me, is that the correct definition?
Sure.
If you're the best. Doesn't that mean?
At that moment.
Oh, okay. All right.
At that moment. And I don't want to say that.
All right. Ed Sullivan's going to write that down.
I have a thing.
How to clarify you are the best.
I have a thing with my wife, and I do this all the time when we go out to eat. I go, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten." She goes, "You've said that, the
makes
last
them
30
feel
times
good,
we
right?
went out." And I went, "Well, I hadn't had this yet." Yeah. And that's just the way it is.
That's just trumped them all. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I often say, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah. Which
It
would
is
be.
kind of is.
until the next day comes
All right.
along.
So it's accurate. Okay.
Well, it's how you're feeling, and
All
it's
right.
how you're describing how you feel. It might be not 100% accurate, but it is what it is. But like
Yeah.
I'll say, "You rock," or
Yeah.
No,
"You're
that's
the best."
different. No, that's you are the best.
I could
to
have
me.
a million the best.
It's a superlative.
Okay.
So I can't say that to everyone.
No, you can't.
Yeah. It
I'm
just
with you. It
just seems
to that point. But
okay.
you think it's a little disingenuous.
Well, yeah, a little bit overused when
Overused.
every call you're the best.
But it gets
and no,
me
but
what
you're
I
right.
want.
You're right.
It gets me what I want,
Right.
and I truly think they are because they're totally help. I go,
Right.
oh, my other favorite line is, "You just made my whole day,"
Right.
Yeah.
and that makes them feel
Yeah.
important
Sure.
to do what they're doing
Right.
for me.
Here's the thing: when someone's kissing your ass, it feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
See, I think it's really the delivery because
Yeah.
I always come across as sarcastic. Wow, you're the best.
yeah.
And then people don't react the same
You
way.
say some people might say you're the best.
Well,
but,
it's,
right.
No?
it's like my use of the word "good for you." You know, the phrase "good
Oh,
for you."
Good for you.
Good
Yeah.
for you. Yeah. And everyone knows exactly. I don't mean good for you. I mean,
You even
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
shirt
Yeah,
named
we know
that.
what you mean. We know what you mean.
Here's a shirt named
It
that.
harkens back to Rick's traffic story.
yes, yes.
We actually got our first goal done. We have Ed Sullivan on the show today.
Yeah.
No, I want him sitting next
All right, no,
to
we'll have
me.
him sitting
Yeah,
there. So
that would be
which ones are we going to get rid of? Whatever seems to have a bad.
Oh,
yeah.
that's one
Whatever.
of my faves.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna,
Yeah, that's really dismissive.
Tony, I'm going to come down to your show tonight to watch you because I think you're the funniest guy in the world.
Whatever. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
no.
I promise.
Gotta go.
I'll pinky promise
All
you.
right, all right.
You know what I think we got to get rid of?
Go
the
ahead.
end of the day. If I heard the
yeah.
phrase, the end
Oh,
of the
by
day.
the end of the
by
day.
the end of the day.
I agree with you there.
It's become so everywhere. Everybody.
I'll circle
Yeah.
back with you by the end of the day.
Let's
Yeah.
unpack that. Ah, or drill down. That's the new end of the day. Yeah, let's drill down on that and see what happens.
I've never heard that.
How do you feel about double click on that?
Oh, even worse.
Well, you're
What
really.
does that mean?
Yeah.
Just if you want to dive into more.
Oh my God!
yeah,
Where have
let's
you
just
two
double
been
click.
hanging
Yeah.
around?
I hung around corporate America.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. All right. So I think we're getting rid of those.
There was another one.
There's a lot. I mean, we could have another whole show on this.
What was the one,
Just
the
doing my thing.
What about that? What about that guy that did the? Oh, so what are our what are the action plans from this meeting?
We went to a meeting once and
action plan.
and we talked for a half hour, and the whole time he was just writing stuff down, and he said, "All right, what's our first action plan?" I think he had an action.
He actually sent us an email on the action plans, and then we had to get back with him to go over the action plans again. I go, I am not going. I am not
By
going.
the time we get through these action plans, everything will be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
The one I got to get rid of is literally. I mean,
Oh,
I had
yeah,
someone
literally.
tell me.
I heard that the other day. I was literally on fire. No, you weren't literally on fire.
I literally
I ate
died.
something.
Well,
No,
obviously
you're still
you
not.
did.
The tacos commercial, I was literally on fire. No.
Well, you have
you're
another
not
one.
literally on fire.
You have another one that we should get rid of.
Which one?
to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Because that means you're lying 100% of the time.
Well,
and
or up until this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I don't mean to annoy you, but
I say that all the time.
Right.
I don't mean to bother you,
but
I totally mean to bother you.
Totally mean to bother me.
Right. So I should walk in and say, I know I'm bothering you, but
there
here
you
you go. All
There's
right.
a little bit more positivity.
Well, there's
to it.
there's the popular idiom that is saying that anything before the but is bull. You know what I mean? If there's a but in a sentence, anything
that.
you can
just qualify that.
Everything that came before the but.
I got that.
Right, so
because we have it in show business, people go, show business, it's not fair, but. Well, there's no but. It's just not fair, and you got to get over it.
Right.
You know
that's
what I mean?
good point.
That's
a good
what
point.
it is.
That's
yeah.
good point.
So how does that go again? Anything
before the but should be
is
discounted.
bull. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
I like that. Anything else? I think
I don't mean to be a pain in the ass. I mean,
But-
a pain in the butt.
but. All right, so I think we
All
got
right,
a lot.
good.
What
Happy
else
New
you got?
Year's.
That was a good.
That was a good show. I think we got a good
I'm
stuff.
feeling it, guys. I'm already
really,
feeling it
I'm
with you
fired
guys.
up.
We're like all.
One of my goals is to use the word trousers more this year.
Okay.
I'm going to try to bring back trousers.
Okay. Are you going to wear trousers?
Yes, I will wear
Okay.
trousers.
How about trousers and galoshes?
Galoshes is
You
good.
don't
I
use
like
that as much as you usually do.
Galoshes,
Yeah.
those are rubbers,
Oh, haven't used that word in a
No.
while either.
Rubbers.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
those
right?
are
I know about
The
rubbers.
things that went over your shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And those were like totes. They were
You know
in
what they
style,
used to be?
like in the late 80s.
When we were growing up, there were Wonder Bag bread.
Oh, yeah.
bags, right? Am I right on that?
And you walked to school up
that
the hill
is true.
twice.
That is
both
true.
ways.
The Wonder Bread bags went over your socks in your shoes.
In your sneakers,
Absolutely.
yeah.
The rubbers went over.
Yes.
Over your.
Yes.
your
So you
shoes.
wouldn't
right.
ruin your dress shoes in
right.
the
Right.
slush.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Maybe we should bring those back.
So we're going to bring that back?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
So
Trousers and rubbers.
Those
trousers and rubbers and galoshes.
Those are nifty trousers you're wearing there, Rick.
With your rubbers. Those are very nice.
With your cargo pants. Yeah, I don't know if galoshes go with that. We're just rambling at this point.
Yeah,
I think
we're done. We're done.
I think we're done.
Hope you guys have a good 2019 because
We got a lot of optimism, on this
yeah.
year. I
Well,
think
we-
There we go,
I'm
Tony.
feeling it.
Every step of the way we'll be
You'll
with them.
see
Yeah.
us on our last show of 2019. Oh God!
I am out of optimism.
Was this a sucky year or what?
I couldn't even put my trousers on this morning.
Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. It was a pleasure working with Kathy Holtshouser and Tony V.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.